What we find is that it's hugely important that people have and are perceived that they have freedom around when they do particular tasks. But usually how we mitigate that from an emotional point of view is that we take a triage approach where people feel I can go to my team, I can discuss what I need to do for a client, and we together will agree a plan of action. Probably the same task would need to be completed regardless, but it's just the actual coming together and being able to get emotional support, maybe practical advice, and feel that they are setting a direction for themselves but have other people's input for reassurance, and also from the point of view of the confidence they have that what they do will be effective. So we could have an environment where people are given set tasks every day and they're expected to perform them in the same way every day, but because we're going to one another pretty much on an ongoing basis and deciding, what's the quickest approach to that particular task, what are the shortcuts somebody else was aware of from doing something similar recently, how people are approaching the tasks and the level of freedom they have seems to really keep people motivated. It's the same across the board, whether people are commission based or not. There doesn't seem to be a big difference. Even people who are doing the more mundane jobs where they're not receiving commission from clients or even have direct relationships with clients, so they're not really getting a client satisfaction report coming directly to them, they enjoy the coming together of discussing how they're doing things actually 3 or 4 times a day. This is what I've tried, somebody else saying whether they think a twist on that might work. But I suppose just having that collegial support and feeling that what they're doing has been validated, it just seems to keep people motivated. What we find works is facilitating people to have time out, triage what they're doing before they do it, as early a stage as possible. Avoid going down rabbit holes, and I mean that from a task point of view but also from an emotional point of view, because you can do a lot of work and work really hard in our business and not get the results that you're expecting. So it's the only thing that really keeps people motivated ultimately is the relationships, because they're the things that persevere. It's getting and knowing that you can put up your hand and say, I don't know what I don't know here, and somebody else will try and dig you out of it. And equally that it's okay for one of your colleagues to say, I think I did this really well the last time and now I don't even know where to start, and be reminded, because it's so fast moving that literally you can do a good job on something 3 weeks ago and you need to start from scratch as to, okay, this might need a slightly different approach, but that will make all the difference. So what we find is, we facilitate a lot of blended learning where our consultants go out for external training sessions, usually a day out, that when they come back they've reframed slightly in some way what they do. It might be quite subtle, but they have just a slightly different frame and they can share that with other people. We bring in probably industry experts who can relate their industry to what we need to be able to know about it in order to deliver results. And we find that with those Q&A sessions and those role plays are invaluable, and that happens probably on a monthly basis. I find people are really motivated when they feel I'm just making even a slight improvement every day in what I do and I feel more capable. And it might be just a new tool that they've used and realised that's something I can use again, or it might be that they feel I've shared something new with another one of my colleagues that even I didn't realise I knew until we all sat down and talked about it. So really what makes, I suppose, our business special from my point of view is our team. Simple as that. None of us are experts at anything, but we all know every day we've got to learn something new, and we've got to share it with other people, and we've got to share it with our clients, and we've got to be getting closer to best practice. And that's what I think motivates people, whether they're on a commission structure or not, that they feel, what I do day to day has been done at the highest level that I can do it, and people can see that and clients appreciate it.